So you didn't end up graduating from
No.
Northern. Do you mind telling us that story?
Yes. Yeah. So I after Northern, I did have some problems in high school as well, where it was kind of hard. Like I never had problems academically. I was always a smart kid. Well, I mean, not super smart, but I was pretty average. But the thing with that school is it's so huge and there's like thousands of kids going there, and it's really hard for the teachers to kind of spend a lot of time, or not even a lot of time, but just kind of like attention, give it proper attention to certain students. And I definitely was kind of one that started like falling through the cracks. I mean, I had a lot of my own issues that I had to deal with, and that school just kind of became turmoil after a while. And Northern, as much as it was like a big school, it was really also easy to fall into the wrong crowd,
Right.
and to fall into bad habits and that sort of thing. So I did go to school there, and then I ended up going to an alternative school, which was really good. Like I got the attention I needed, and
Right.
I made some new friends. And then Northern actually was like, oh, like, okay, we see how well you did at this school, so we will welcome you back. And so I was able to go back the next year, and I did the basketball thing and did the arts thing, and it was good and all that. And then towards the end there, I think I needed an extra credit or two to graduate, something like that. And I could, if I had to do that at Northern, I would have had to do like a whole entire year.
Right.
And I wasn't really wanting to like do a whole year when all my friends were already gone. So I was like, okay, so the alternative to that was to go to an alternative school, do the 2 or 3 credits that I needed, and then I could be done.
Right.
Right? So I ended up going to this other like really good alternative school called Bathurst. I don't know if it's around anymore, but it was really cool. Like we did all these like there's like a cooking class. Like the kids are really cool. Like teachers are always giving out books, like cool books. I still have like a bunch of really cool books from all my teachers. Like it was really great. And then yeah, and then meanwhile though, over the years I'd had issues with my mom and coming out as a lesbian at the time. And she was, at the time, I don't think so anymore, but at the time she was very religious. So she would say things like, oh, you're gonna go to hell, just really awful things that we've all heard before. And yeah, and then she decided to, I only had maybe like a week or two left. And this was a year-round school. So we would, instead of having the whole summer off, we would have a school, I guess, and then after every 4 or 5 months, we would have like 3 weeks off, and then back to school again, and then 3 weeks off, that sort of thing, which I actually thought was a pretty cool setup,
Right.
like it worked out. But yeah, and then she, towards the end there, which is crazy to me now that I think about it, because my mom is like all about education and stuff, but for some reason she couldn't put her prejudices aside, and she was like, okay, that's it, you're too much for me, like I don't like this lifestyle that you're living, it's making me uncomfortable, I want you out, pretty much. And which was really unfortunate, because like I said, I only had 2 weeks left and I would have been done high school. And what ended up happening was, up north, I had to do high school, pretty much I had to do 3 years of high school in order to make up for the time. Because like some of my credits weren't valid up north for some reason. I wasn't really sure how that worked. But yeah, I ended up having to do, I think it was it like 3 years? We were in there for a while. Like
Yeah.